What's going on, guys? Today I want to talk about how you can get the best possible deal on a lease. And this is what I did, and it worked for me very well. And I'll tell you why, and I'll tell you the clues that you know for you to look at, that you know that you're getting to their bottom dollar. So what I did was I wanted a Dodge Challenger, and I'm not going to be talking about specific numbers simply because my car, my deal was a little different than most because I had negative equity coming in from my previous car, so that really messed up the payments. But I still knew I was getting the best deal because at the end of this whole fiasco, I essentially had the same offer by all three dealerships without them knowing what the other dealership was at, and I'll explain how that happened. So what I did was, that's loud. What I did was I looked at the three dealerships in my area that were selling Dodge Challengers. Dealership A had about 60 Challengers on the lot, and then dealerships B and C had about 15. So going into it, I already knew who was going to be the most desperate to get rid of their car. So what I did was I emailed every single dealership separately. I told them I would like to come in and look at a car, and but before I did that, I would like to work on some numbers over email so I didn't waste anyone's time. And it worked. I had a lot. The dealerships will try to get you in the next day, but what you have to do is you just have to say, what I said was that I was out of town for the next few days, but when I came in town, I'd be willing to go in and look at their car, considering that I had a good deal waiting. So what happened was one of the smaller dealerships made me their first offer, or gave me some good numbers, so I went in to look at the car. I went in with absolutely no intention of walking out with a lease that day. My intention was to go in, get a number, and get out. And that's what I did. I got a number, which at the end of the day turned out to be about $200 more per month than I ended up paying. But with this number, I now had more leverage on the other dealerships. I was able to say, hey, this is what this dealership's offering me. Can you beat it? And immediately the bigger dealership was already over email telling me, please come in, come look at this. Now that I had this leverage, I told dealership A and C, this is what I'm looking at. This is what they're offering me for my trade-in. And I would still say that this is way outside of what I would like to pay just to see where I could get them. And I never went into dealership C just because I didn't have a need to. Also, they had the Dodge Challenger that they had was a purple color, which was nice. I would just like to keep it a little neutral. And but essentially what ended up happening was dealership C was being very desperate with their offer, and they would just keep undercutting the other two dealerships by like $40 a month. And this made it really easy for me to just get down as far as I could go. And what happened was dealership B and C, the two smaller dealerships, were offering me the exact same thing without knowing exactly what the other dealership was doing. I would just say the other dealership has a better price for me. What can you do? And they were both at the same exact price for the exact same months. So I thought that was a little interesting, and I was like, okay. And they were both saying they couldn't budge on that. I was like, all right. So then I talked to dealership A, which had all the cars, and I said I would like to come in, but the price they're giving me right now is a little too high. And they said, just come in, we'll figure it out. So I went in, and the guy comes out, and he gives me the exact same price, because I'm looking at the same car essentially. The exact same price as the other two dealerships had offered me. So I was like, wow, okay, so this must be their bottom dollar. Because I said, hey, I can't, I said, these two guys have a much better deal than you do. And they came out with the exact same offer. Let's just say it was $500 a month. That's where they were. And I said, this is what the other dealerships are offering me, but I like their car better. So I just wanted to make them seem like I was going to walk out. I just wanted to make it seem like I was going to walk out and I was going to go with another dealership because their car was nicer, unless they could do something about the price, which was not true. I was absolutely in love with this car that I ended up getting now from the big dealership A. But I wanted to see what they could do. And the guy goes into the manager's office again, and I kid you not, they were in there for maybe an hour. The guy would come back from his office, and he would just be super upset that that dealership was offering such a good price, or whatever the case was. And apparently this happened all the time, that the dealership was obviously trying to undercut each other. And after a long time sitting in the lobby, he just comes out and it's just like 3 numbers on a piece of paper. It does not look official at all. He's just like, just sign here, and he was able to get me a better deal than the other 2. And the way he did that was they gave me some military discount, I think, and I've never been in the military, but they just needed to figure out a way to undercut the other 2, and then I ended up signing with that dealership. But the takeaways here are, make sure you're dealership shopping. If you're not dealership shopping, you are going to get screwed. Like I said, my first offer was about $200 more that I ended up paying at the end of the day. They wanted money down and everything. I paid no money down, and I think I got a great offer. The other thing is, talk to them by email. I put in a fake phone number until I actually got serious, just because I didn't want the constant calls. And I used a throwaway email just so I don't get spammed to my main one. And just talk to them by email. If you go into a dealership, make sure that the first dealership you go into to test drive a car, you don't sign that day. Even your second time, just walk out. They will get desperate. They will start calling you. They will figure out a way to get your business. And then the last thing I guess I would say, just look for, I don't know what kind of car you guys want, what your dream car may be. For me, the Dodge Challenger was a good one this time, just because they had lease specials going on, so I got a lot of discounts off of that. But try to see if the car you're looking for has any specials going on right now or in the future, and that would be the best time to get one. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helped you out. If it did, leave me a like or subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.